Hey there guys, Frankomatic here, and we're going to continue our run of Ikari Warriors, because this is totally the same version of it. Yeah, I realize this is not. This is actually the Atari 2600 version, and I'm just gonna play around with it a little bit to do a little comparison and contrast, let's say, between this and the NES one, which you might remember was very slow. This one is not so much. It's also way harder. It's also, actually, in my opinion, a much better game, which is kind of funny. But I've got another game for further comparison and contrast, but not yet. Oh no, the water. I seem to be having a little bit of the display glitch in the middle of my screen here. Let's give this one more go. Anyways, the real reason I wanted to come out here, aside from, you know, haven't uploaded a video in forever, is to mention that I do have some slightly more substantial sized projects in mind. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do next. I've got a really terrible adventure game, point-and-click style, which I haven't actually played too far into yet. I think I mentioned this previously. I've also been thinking about starting up a run of, what's it called? Soul Blazer. That's a pretty good game that I don't feel like enough people really know much about. Also note that you don't slow to a ridiculous crawl in the water in this edition. Isn't that nice? I was also thinking about actually doing that run of that awful Wicked 18 golf game. But I'm still kind of on the fence with which one I want to do. So, in the near future, we will have something a little bigger starting up. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's been a while. Okay, tank. Stop what you're doing. There we go. Well, I think this is actually farther than I've made it previously in this version. The tank's gonna blow up. There we go. The one thing that makes this version very difficult is you can only throw your grenade straight up. And I died again. Anyways, time to insert a fairly awkward jump cut. One moment. And we're back. This is Frontline. And as you might notice, it looks somewhat similar. It's the same kind of game. March forward and kill people. Get stuck on trees, you know. Once again, I consider this to be much better than the NES Ikari Warriors. It's not painfully slow to play. And there's actually a goal in this one, which is a little different for an Atari game. Wow, that didn't last long. I've gotten kind of bad at this. Then again, I seem to be having a minor display issue Anyways, we're in a tank now. Stuff in the middle chunk of my screen is not rendering. It wasn't doing that earlier. Oop. Anyways, this area up to the end is intended to be done in vehicles, but if you are not in a vehicle, you get grenades with which to blow up vehicles. Or the goal at the end, which has to be exploded. There are two types of vehicles. They're pretty hard to tell apart. This is the Jeep. At least I believe it's a Jeep. It's faster than the tank, but only shoots bullets. Whereas the tank shoots exploding shots, which makes it a little more useful. Since, as previously mentioned, the goal object needs to be exploded. And you have to either be on foot or in a tank for that. The Jeep is only really useful for getting around quickly. And in this fiery hellhole, we are close to the goal. See if you can guess what it might be. I bet you can't. I bet you can. It's actually not that difficult. Oop. Oh no. I should have just kept running. Oh well. Oh, there it is. Did you guess giant gun? Because that's what it was. You get some bonus points and they dump you back to the start to do it again. It gets a little harder each time. Let's see how far we can go. In terms of the 3 future projects, I get the feeling the adventure game will probably be one of the more interesting things I'll ever record, but I still need to do some work on being able to actually capture it correctly. I haven't had much time to do any actual playing around with it yet. The other 2 I can just kinda plug and play the way I always do, so those can come up quicker. Ah. Hang on, I've got an idea. Let's move this. See if that fixes it. No, it's just not playing nice today. Oh well. It's not really impeding my ability too much. I'm just also not very good at this. He says as he single-handedly destroys millions of tanks and then dies. Oh, I still have a life left. I thought that was it. Get in there. There we go. That was pathetic. Way to go. Whoa. Okay, I didn't even hear anything shoot. I call shenanigans. Anyways, just a little something to hold you guys over while I work on whatever the next big thing is gonna be. So, later.